All right, let's talk credit cards. On this channel, we talk about personal finance and building credit, and having access to credit cards that give you cash back and rewards is one of the most interesting and important parts of your financial journey. However, one of the biggest questions I'm asked is what credit score is needed for certain types of travel cards or cards that actually give you a ton of amazing benefits. So today I'm going to share with you the best credit cards for building your credit, for limited credit, and the best cards for people who are just getting started down this path of credit card points, miles, and rewards. You're not going to want to miss this. So you heard right, personal credit is the building block. It's the foundation of getting a high credit score, getting into business credit, and I know what I'm talking about. Let's see if I can get this, the zoom in here. What do we got? There you go. All right, last year, 850, I hit my first perfect credit score. And credit fluctuates. When you open a new account, it might go down a little bit. There are tricks to improving your credit score, but I'm not here to talk about anything that other people can do for you. I'm here to talk about what you can do for yourself. So today I'm going to go over the top cards that I think you should get to repair or build your credit, specifically if you have no credit or limited credit. And real quick, don't forget to like this video. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm, and I really appreciate it, so thanks. The first card I want to talk about right here is the Petal Visa credit card. Now, Petal is a card that can provide you with cash back and no fees, which is pretty rare for one of these cards to help build your credit. Specifically, a lot of these cards want you to put down what they call a deposit. These are called secured cards. And none of the ones I'm going to mention today are going to have an annual fee or ask you to put down a deposit, aka a secured card. Now with the Petal card, there are two versions. I'm going to go over the Petal 2, but there's also a Petal 1. The best thing is that there's just no fees whatsoever. There's no late fee, there's no international fee, there's no annual fee. In addition, you actually earn 1% cash back on this card over the course of the first 12 months on eligible purchases. And if you pay on time, 12 months in a row, they are going to reward you with 1.5% cash back moving forward. Now, the one thing to keep in mind that might sound a little counterintuitive, if you are looking to build your credit, how does actually opening your credit card help? Well, there's something called credit utilization. And if a company like Petal or the other ones I'm going to name are going to give you a line of credit and you use it and then pay it off every single month, you are increasing everything from your credit mix to your payment history and keeping that credit utilization low in terms of how much you have available to you. So again, just think about it after 3 or 6 months of paying on time, not carrying a balance at all, you can actually go to apply for another card and continue to increase those credit limits while keeping your credit utilization low. Now, there is a hard credit pull, but you want to aim for a score right in the mid 600s in order to get a card like this. And again, if you have no credit, they will still offer you perhaps that Petal 1 card. The next card I want to mention is the Jasper MasterCard. It takes a different approach to approving people, so this is a great card for people who are professionals with limited credit, or maybe you're even new to the United States and you are an entrepreneur or business owner and you're just looking to start on your credit journey. Now, when the Jasper card was first launched, it was actually targeting international entrepreneurs who were new to America. And now it's generally for the public, for people with limited credit history. They look at everything in terms of income and other items besides just your credit history in order to approve you. Again, there's no annual fee and you earn 1% cash back on all your purchases. What truly separates the Jasper card are two main differences. Number one, if you are brand new to the country, they don't actually require a social security number when you're first applying. So you can hit the ground running and establishing your credit and your credit history even before getting that social security number. Now, to be clear, once you get it, they are going to ask for it, but they look at other things in determining whether you'll get approved for this card. For example, if you lack credit history, you just simply haven't established credit yet, they'll actually look at other factors, up to 365 different factors, before you can be approved for a card like this. And that's truly unique because they'll look at things like debt to income ratio, if you have a job or a job offer, and as a result, more people can be approved. And yes, they do report to the major credit bureaus also. Now, I always like to address whether or not there is a hard credit pull, and if you do not have a credit history, the answer is no. However, if you have lived in the United States for more than a year, then the answer will be yes, and they do look for something in the mid to high 600s. Let's move on to another card that's been on the list of credit building cards for a while. It is the Capital One Platinum card. Now, to me, this is a no-frills card. It is going to help you establish credit. However, with no annual fee and no cash back, this is simply one that you get to establish a relationship with some of the bigger banks like Capital One, and you use for 6 months, 12 months, and then move on to something a little bit more enticing that we can get into later. The one key feature for the Capital One Platinum credit card is that in as little as 6 months, they will actually review your account. And if you've been paying on time, paying off in full, essentially if you're in good standing, they'll actually increase that credit limit for you. As I mentioned before, having more credit and only utilizing a small percentage is what's going to build your credit over time. For many people, getting a Capital One card is going to be one of their first steps. So it's good to establish a relationship with Capital One and then just keep that card open long term. Of course, later on, if you want to apply for other Capital One cards, having a relationship with Capital One, just like any of these other banks, will help. There are a wide range of data points on what you need to be approved for this card, anywhere from as low as 580, of course that's self-reported online, all the way up to those mid 600s. There will be a hard credit pull, but again, Capital One reports to all 3 major credit bureaus, so this will be something you're going to want to have in your wallet and keep there for a long time. Now, if you haven't dropped a like yet, please do, because I'm about to throw an offer your way that could be worth $50. One of my favorite new banks is SoFi Bank. And when you open up a free money account and deposit $500, they're going to give you $50 back. They send you a debit card that you could then go around using as a debit or charge card. Now, to be clear, when you establish a relationship with a bank, like I just mentioned for Capital One, you can then be opening other products with that bank. Now, if you're new to SoFi, their app has everything. They've got money, investments, crypto. It gives you your credit score. And yes, they have a credit card that earns 2% cash back. So if you're somebody who's kind of on the fence here about like diving into this credit world, go ahead and open up a free money account with SoFi and get yourself $50. After you see some of that money grow and you're beginning to use their app a little bit more frequently, go ahead after a few months and apply for that credit card. They're going to give you a 2% cash back, and you can put that towards your money account, the investments. If you have loans with them, you can use that rewards towards those loans as well. Anyway, I wanted to throw that one in here because I've been loving SoFi lately, and to have your credit score and all that information right there and then see that $50 come in might entice some people to then go ahead and apply for the card. I just got off the phone with them and they would not tell me what credit score you need, and they couldn't even confirm if having a relationship helped. However, they do have a sliding scale of what your APR is when you apply for the card. They would confirm that, meaning that if they thought you were a risk, they would give you a little bit higher of an APR to charge you in case you don't pay on time, but you're going to pay on time. Now, there's one more card I want to mention. It's super exciting. It is the Brex card. There's a number of different types of Brex cards, but stick with me here. This is a business card, so it does not have a personal guarantee, and it does not have a hard credit pull on your personal credit. The reason someone would want a card like this, especially if you have a limited credit history, is that you have a successful business, you have a ton of money coming in and out every single month into that business bank account, but you just don't have the best personal credit. So this would be the card for you. One of the things that attracts me to this card is that there's no annual fee, and it offers a ton of perks and little promotions and offers for using the card for your business. Now, to be clear, you do have to have a real legitimate business. They actually link up to your business bank account in an encrypted way, and they just want to make sure that you do have those large amounts of money coming in and out. So this is not a slam dunk for everybody. Your small business would need something like $50,000 to $100,000 in the bank. But for a person who's running that business that has like a thin credit file or a limited credit history, this would definitely be a card that I would look into. A few key takeaways. Establishing credit is not easy, but it is often necessary for the financial side of your life. When you go to get a mortgage or a car loan, or eventually maybe have to apply for student loans, or just plain these credit cards that can take you to amazing places using points and miles, you're going to need a high credit score to get approved for these cards. Starting with some of the cards that I mentioned in this video can help you climb that ladder and get a better credit score, a more robust credit file and history, and eventually be able to get approved for any card you want. Of course, don't forget, you can go the secured credit card route. That's essentially where you lend a credit card company your own money to get the privilege of using it. I haven't recommended any of those cards in this video, but I will leave a link down below in the description if that's something you want to take a look at. Now, there are other ways to improve your credit score, and I have an article on my website all about those tips and tricks, so be sure to check that out. Also, if you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe and ring that notification bell. All right, as always, I'm Rich, and until next time.